In every single one of our modern homes, there's this hidden threat lurking around. It doesn't make a sound, you can't see it coming, but in a literal fraction of a second, it can wipe out thousands of dollars of your most important electronics. We're talking about power surges, and in the next few minutes, we're going to build your home's complete defense plan. All right, let's dive in.
To really get what's at stake here, just listen to this story from a homeowner. It all starts on a pretty typical stormy afternoon, you know the kind. A nearby lightning strike, a big flash of light, and then just silence. All the expensive gadgets went dark, and you know that sinking feeling in your stomach? That's what hit.
So, what was the damage? The final bill for that one split second? Over $3,000. That's not just some small inconvenience, that is a major financial hit. And it's a huge reminder of just how fragile all our expensive electronics really are.
Okay, so that lightning story is super dramatic for sure. But here's the thing. Power surges are an everyday threat. It's not just about those big, scary storms. The real danger, a lot of the time, comes from much more common, totally hidden sources.
And you know what's kind of crazy? So many of these causes are super close to home, or even inside your house. Yeah, of course, lightning is a big one, but so are little fluctuations from the power grid, or even your own big appliances, like your AC unit or your fridge, just kicking on and off. These small daily surges don't cause that instant dramatic meltdown. Instead, think of them like tiny little paper cuts to the sensitive circuits inside your devices. One little cut won't do much, but 1,000 of them, that's what destroys it over time, leading to that frustrating moment when it just dies for no reason.
And believe me, those little paper cuts, they add up big time. The numbers are pretty mind-boggling. The average homeowner can end up spending thousands of dollars every single year replacing electronics that were worn down by these constant smaller surges. It's like a hidden tax you pay for being unprotected. So let's take a look at what's actual on the line in your home right now. We're talking about the smart TV, your work computer, even the control board for your HVAC system, which can cost up to $8,000 to replace. All these gadgets have these tiny little electronic brains, these microprocessors, and they are super sensitive to these sudden jumps in voltage.
All right, so we've established the problem is serious, and it's coming at you from all sides. But the good news? The solution is totally doable, and it's all about creating this comprehensive, layered shield for your entire home.
So this whole idea is called layered surge protection. The key thing to remember here is that this is a strategy. Think of it less like a single product and more like a complete system that's designed to work together, creating a safety net that catches both those massive surges from the outside and all the smaller ones from the inside. So how do we build this defense? It's actually a two-part system. Your first layer is the main shield, a whole home surge protector. A pro installs this right at your electrical panel, and its one job is to stop those huge external surges, like from a lightning strike, from ever even getting into your house's wiring. The second layer is your last line of defense, point-of-use protectors. You know these. They're the surge protector strips you plug into the wall to guard specific, sensitive devices from any leftover voltage or those little internal surges. Okay, so where do you actually need this second layer of defense? Just think about your most valuable and sensitive stuff. Well, for sure, you need one for your home office with your computer and monitor. Your entertainment center with the TV and the sound system, absolutely. And don't forget your kitchen appliances and gaming stations. Every single one of these spots needs its own dedicated protector.
But hang on, there's a really important piece of this puzzle that a lot of people miss. That whole layered shield we've been talking about, it's only as good as the foundation it's built on. And I'm talking about your home's main electrical panel. If that thing is old or struggling, your protection might not be doing you much good at all. So here's a super simple checklist you can do. Are your breakers tripping all the time? Do your lights kind of flicker or dim when a big appliance kicks on? And seriously, pay attention here. If your panel is ever warm to the touch, or you hear buzzing sounds, or, worst of all, smell something burning, that's not a wait-and-see situation. That's a call an electrician right now situation.
And upgrading to a modern panel isn't just a boring utility thing. It's actually a pretty cool upgrade. A lot of them now have surge protection built right in. They can offer smart monitoring that you can check from your phone, and just way better safety features that give you a much more stable and secure electrical core for your entire home. Okay, you get the threat. You understand the solution. So, what do you do now? Let's turn all this talk into action. This is your game plan, your playbook for getting and staying protected.
Now remember, this isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. Protection needs a little bit of upkeep. Every few months, just take a quick look at your point-of-use protectors. Are the little status lights still on, showing they're working?
And here's a huge tip that almost everyone forgets. Those protectors wear out. They literally sacrifice themselves by absorbing surges, so eventually you've got to replace them, usually every 3 to 5 years. An annual pro checkup is a great idea too.
And you know, right before storm season kicks in, it's a great idea to run through a quick prep list. This is your chance to double-check everything, swap out any old gear, and even snap a few photos of your electronics for insurance purposes. Trust me, a little prep here can save you a massive headache later on.
All right, to wrap things up, let's hit some of the most common questions we get from homeowners. Think of it as a little rapid-fire Q&A. Okay, first question, and this one is huge. People use these terms like they're the same thing all the time, but they are absolutely not. So what's the real difference?
The difference is actually really simple, but it's absolutely crucial. A power strip is just a fancy extension cord that gives you more outlets. That's it. A surge protector, though, has special electronic circuits inside that are designed to spot and block any excess voltage. One is for convenience, the other is a bodyguard for your electronics. Big difference.
All right, next up, a question for all you DIY folks out there. You're handy around the house, you're comfortable with projects. Can you just install a whole home system yourself and save a few bucks?
Look, I get the impulse, but the answer from every single expert is a hard no. This is not like changing a light fixture. You're working inside your main electrical panel, and that is seriously dangerous. You really need a pro to do it for safety, to make sure the thing actually works right, and to keep your warranty valid.
And of course, the big one, the bottom line question on everyone's mind, what's this actually going to cost me?
So a professional install for a whole home unit is typically going to run you somewhere between $300 and $700. Now, just pause for a second and compare that number to what it would cost to replace your TV, your computer, all of it.
And that really brings us to the final question you have to ask yourself. When you stack up a few $100s for a complete shield against the thousands you could lose in an instant, well, the choice gets pretty clear. It's not about, can I afford to install this protection? The real question is, can I afford not to?